A very good morning to all the viewers who have been watching my video continuously. And this is your Snehasis Party from the team of Missanayas. So in this video lecture, we'll be discussing about rulers and their buildings. So what the topic is all about? What do you mean by rulers and why they're usually ruled to build something? Why they rule to build something? So that's the significant why in the history of India or in the history of the world we can say that. So why they built, what is the main motto or intention of being there or being available as a ruler by building some of the Rome, by building some of the most important sculptures we can say. So we'll be discussing everything in detail about the 18th century BC as well as the 18th century, what the implementation which has been done under different rulers in building different kinds of monuments and their palace we can say. So best examples also we can take Mysore Palace, one of the best example which has been not been destroyed by the British officers, as well as the forts which has been made by different in the period of Sultanates to in the period of Mughals, as well as then after declining of Mughals lead to succession of British officers in the 18th century BC. So after the war of Battle of Plassey or the Sipai Bidroho, so these are the different kinds of activities are done by different rulers under their leadership. So we'll be discussing about all the detailed explanation about how rulers built their kingdoms and how what are the different kinds of construction work they usually gone through. So between 8th and 18th century, kings were officers built two kinds of structure. So usually the kings who have been implementing or the kings who have been demonstrating different workers to do some building, they usually form two kinds of structural implementation, which the first were the structure of grand laws, while the second were structure of public activities. So we must and should have to know these two, that first is grand laws and the second is public activities. Engineering skills and construction. Okay, what are the different engineering skill which has been done and how the engineering skill implemented in the 18th century? You can also discuss about that. Monument provide an insight into the technology used for construction. Between the 17th and 10th century, architecture started adding more rooms, doors and windows to buildings. So in the period of 17th century itself, many buildings have manufactured their own doors as well as room doors, windows for maintaining some privacy, right? That's the reason why they have built a different rooms, doors, and windows in different kinds of buildings, which they have manufactured, which they have built. Then, after roofs, doors, and windows were made by placing a horizontal beam cross into two vertical columns, a style of architecture called Tarabidi or Cobidal. So this is the architecture where they have been made, or might be coming in the UPSC civil service examination. What is Tarabidi or Corbelt? Corbelt is one of the horizontal beam crossing two vertical columns. A style means we can say that architectural style. We can say that like this kind of windows and doors are been made. So okay. Then after two technological and stylish development from wealth from the 20th century are accurate architecture from and use of limestone mixed with stone shapes that leads to a fastened construction. Building, temple, mosque and tanks. Temples and mosques were beautifully constructed because these are the most of the pilgrimage place for worship. So usually they made more attraction towards the religion, spiritual activities. Not only different religion which has been ruling, but also those religion who are not ruling the country. We can say that. So they have given vital importance to all the religion also we can say that. So the worship place has decorated with such a beautiful glory or such a beautiful decorative items which will definitely attract the worshippers or the we can say that the devotees who are devoted to different goddesses. So if it, so it depends upon how, where, and when the wealth is been stipulated in architecting different mosques, or we can say that different worship placed. Okay, the largest temple, all constructed by kings. The other lesser deities in the temple were gods and goddesses in the Elis and subordinates of the ruler. Muslim Sultanate and Pardesi did not claim to be incarnation of God, but Persian court chronic described the Sultanate as head of God. So usually the Muslim Sultanate usually do not prefer to worship any kind of deities. So usually they form their own set of God. That's the reason why the Persian court has described them, the Muslim Sultanate. We can say that different sultanates like Ibrahim Sultanate period, Ibrahim Lodi, Iltutmish, then a Sultanate period, right? So Tughlaq, Alauddin Khilji. So these are all about Sultanate age and how they have structured themselves. Okay, as each new deity came to power, kings wanted to emphasize their normal right to be ruler. It was widely believed that the ruler of a just king would be age of plenty when the heaven would not withhold rain. So usually this is the beliefs or myths which has been implemented at the time. So why were temples destroyed? Usually when you might be knowing about the current affairs, right? So the Babur Masjid will be destroyed and new Ram Temple foundation has already done. So there is no need to discuss about the religion, spiritual activities. So it is just you should have to know why, where, and when it has been implemented. Okay. So I hope you have got the lecture correctly, and this is thank you for watching the video.